Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit a like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, right? Now, this is our daily dose of Justice for Baby Manuel video for the day. And it has to do with Rebecca Haro, right? Now, somebody reached out to me last night, late night too. And again, this is secondhand information, but they did reach out. I kind of vetted them, seemed like cool people, seemed like they knew what they were talking about, right? And I've also heard the same, and I could call it a rumor because I heard it as a rumor. And then when this person reached out, they kind of doubled down on that rumor, elaborated just a little bit more. And so I thought, hey, it was worthy of some content to bring to you guys concerning the Haro case, concerning Rebecca, and concerning some crazy things that might be happening that will make this whole story twist and turn, right? So stay tuned because we're going to have more follow-up videos daily until these Haros are put in the fucking dirt, straight up, right? Till baby Emmanuel is found and the Haros are in the dirt, we're going to keep on rocking right here on Gunners Collective TV. So she reached out to me last night, and I could tell you it was a female that just got out of doing time in the same county jail where Rebecca is being held. She's actually in the same unit. So I'm here to tell you breaking news. Rebecca is not in protective custody. She's not singled out, nor is she segregated from any of the other inmates. She does have a cellie. Okay. According to this chick, African-American chick, man, black chick, just got out, tells me that she was there when Rebecca Haro was brought in. She did, in fact, say that during pill call, Rebecca was assaulted. It was just a minor scrape, nothing real big. There was no blood, no bruising. Just kind of a girl grabbed her by her hair, hit her one time, and then was tackled down. And that was that, right? Which I had already heard that from someone else, from some anonymous source. So I kind of put that out there. Everyone else is putting that out there. It truly happened. This chick told me the same exact story that I heard from someone else. So I know she's speaking facts. But there's a rumor going around. And I asked this chick. And according to her, she says, maybe, maybe not. But she could see the change in Rebecca, right? Rebecca is vibrant and shining, and there's a reason for that. You know, women got an afterglow to them. After you give it to them, ladies, earmuff it real quick. This is for the fellas. After you give it to them good, they get a glow about themselves, right? Or during pregnancy. When a woman is pregnant, she's at her most beautiful stage in her life. Believe me, I know I've had 4 different women pregnant, 4 beautiful children, right? And I'll tell you guys right now, when a woman is pregnant, she's one of the most beautiful people on earth. To me, that's just how I see it, right? Now Rebecca can never be beautiful no matter what that bitch does, right? But still, the skin glows, the style changes, everything changes in a woman, right? This woman has said, and I've heard this rumor before, that she believes Rebecca Haro is right now pregnant. Is there a possibility that Rebecca Haro is pregnant? That prior to her getting locked up, now it's feasible. You know, it could be. What's going to happen if she's pregnant and she's facing a life term in prison for killing one child? Well, first of all, her child needs to be taken away from her upon birth, if this is the case, and immediately adopted out or given to a family member. Quite possibly, I'm sorry to say, man, but the ones that got promised, they might have another baby coming, right? Shit, the poor cousin, she ain't even having these kids, but she's having these kids, if you understand what I'm saying. And look, regardless, we love children right here on our channel, but no matter what we say, man, who the fuck wants a whole house full of kids running around tearing your shit up, right? Especially those that have problems, because it seems like everything Jake the Snake produces comes with a fucking an asterisk next to it. It comes with a problem. Comes with, you know, and it's just, it sucks for the child having to go through what they go through based upon the parents' sins. But also at the same time, man, these people that are angels that are actually looking out for these children, man, they're suffering some hardship. They're going through some things. You know, imagine having kids with disabilities. It's hard enough just having a child that's normal, but a kid with, and not to say disabilities doesn't mean they're normal, but you understand what I'm trying to get across, the point I'm trying to come to. It's hard, very hard. You know, I have a niece that has a slight autism, and it's hard. It's hard when I'm around her, man, to, you know, there's certain things you can and can't say around her, because once it locks in her mind, you better, if you mention McDonald's, she's loving it. You better fucking get her McDonald's, because she's gonna be on her Rain Man shit. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Babbitt. You know what I'm saying? Got to get the papers, right? She wants McDonald's, and so you got to make it happen. Can't talk about shit. Period. I have to go in the other room just to talk about fucking the chick I boned last night, because, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, she's gonna be like, she wants all the details. I'm like, hey, you're 17, but you're not ready. The point I'm trying to make is Rebecca Haro pregnant? If she is, that changes the game. Maybe the judge and the district attorney can show her some sympathy and look at her a different way, because this is a beaten and battered woman who is constantly impregnated by weirdos, right? This would be what, their second child together, or is it their third child together? Again, I think they do have a 2-year-old daughter, which was taken into CPS custody, and then they had baby Manuel, pobrecito, fucking being born to those idiots and monsters, right? And then you would have another baby in the mix that is actually going to be born in incarceration, so the level of abuse continues. You now have a child born in the county jail. Of course, it would be a medical facility. They would transfer her to a medical to have the baby, and then transfer her fat ass right back, right? But these type of women should not be allowed to bear child anymore, man. Look, I'm not going to get into the debate. I'm not Charlie Kirk, right? Rest in peace. I'm not going to get into the debate whether abortion should happen or not, or that's not my thing. It's not my business, man. I believe everybody could do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's just what I believe, right? I don't believe in the notion of murder by having murdered someone or been involved in something like that. Who am I to talk, right? I've taken a life. I've given a life. It just is what it is. But I will say this, and this is the truth. These are the facts. A woman like that should not be allowed to continuously produce children, especially by a child abuser, and then being affiliated and associated with child abuse themselves. But it is what it is. And so I ask God, my higher power, maybe not yours, but mine, why? Why, when there's so many women and so many fathers out there, or so many men out there that want to be parents, that want to be mothers and fathers, that want a child, and they can't do it for one reason or the other. Maybe the dad's dick is sideways, crooked. Maybe the mother was born this way, right? We just don't know. But there are people, man, and I'm just having a good time, man, trying to be lighthearted. But I understand there are people that are serious about wanting to have children and they can't, and it's unfortunate for them. Yet monsters like Jake and Rebecca Haro can continuously have babies, pregnation after pregnation. Look, if this woman is pregnant, I hope they take her. Well, they have to. They're going to take her child, and usually your child will go to an immediate family member. Now, I don't trust Rebecca's grandmother, not at all. Okay, I'll say that right off the top. That lady knew what was going on, or she's too stupid to realize to have common sense. I know she's an older lady, and I respect older women. I respect older gentlemen, my elders. Absolutely, right? You don't want no harm to come to them. But hey, stupid is stupid. And I'll tell you guys right now, Rebecca Haro's grandmother does not need to be around children. She bitch probably can't even make macaroni and cheese, right? She's just dumb, and I'm pretty sure, almost for sure, that she knew about baby Manuel, and she knew, that whole family knew what time it was. They brought it, they told the sister, you know what I'm saying? I got another video coming about the sister maybe later on today, man, because I found some more things out that's going to blow your mind, literally, right? But the grandmother would probably be notified, or the sister. It would be either on Rebecca's side, and we could already see that her family's not even there to show support while she's in jail. Hector, rest in peace, Hector, right? The brother, who was probably the only decent one. Jake Haro's family did pull up to support him in court. There's talks about him possibly being bailed out, probably by them. So we already know that they enable the abuse. You know, he already has abused promise, and they just let that go. Let bygones be bygones. Pobrecita mija. I wonder if they visit her. I wonder if the family can look at her and realize every time they see her what Jake and Vanessa Avina did. Does the thought not cross your fucking mind? Do you not look at this child and say, damn, man, my primo did that shit, piece of shit? No, instead, they pull up to court. They're talking about bail. They're trying to get bail reductions. Meanwhile, Rebecca's over there holding her stomach because she might be having another child. Meanwhile, baby Manuel is still missing, and nobody, not one person in that court yesterday, not one person in that courtroom made any mention about the proceedings of still trying to search for baby Manuel. Never once did these parents slip a note to the judge or have their lawyer inquire into, hey, what is the status of our child? We still firmly believe that Ola snatched the baby up. Have you caught Ola yet? You sure caught us, right? No one said that. Instead, Jake was more concerned with bail reductions and smiling at his family members. Meanwhile, Rebecca just scowled and looked at him sad because she's all about that man. That's her first priority. And guess what, bitch? He's going to end up fuck around and blaming you, and you're going to be all chueca, rechueca. So stupid, right? Any mother who loves her child puts her child in front of any man. Look, when I see a woman, when I meet a woman, this is some personal shit. I meet a woman. If she serves me food before she serves her children, I get the fuck up and get out. I'm gone. I don't want that shit. If you serve a man before you serve your children, if the kids don't eat first, I don't know, man. I grew up in a Mexican household. The kids always eat first. You know what I'm saying? The parents would be all mad and shit. They'd be like, hurry up and eat. I'm starving. My mom would not sit down and eat. She was a single mother of 4 kids. She would not sit down and eat until we ate. Made sure that we were fed. Our hands were washed. We were done. Then she ate. I used to feel sorry for my mother watching her go through the struggle. But as I became older and became a parent, I understand what she was doing. It comes natural. It's loving. It's parenting. You know, you want to make sure your kids are straight. You want to make sure your kids are showered when they fucking come home from outside all night long. Nowadays, they don't do that shit. But I'm saying back in our days, we partied all night long to the break of dawn, right? We were out there till the lights came down. You understand? But these are the things that I lived through, and this showed me the love that I needed to see. Okay? Did I get my ass whooped? Shit. That we ran out of brooms every week from them getting broke over my back. Like, shit. My mom was borderline Jake Haro sometimes, right? She was fucking shit up. But I deserved what I got, and it wasn't like she was beating tiny children. I was already 8, 9 years old thinking I was big and bad, right? It's just the way it is. Now, I'll say this. If Rebecca is pregnant, and according to what this lady told me, that she says that she has seen a change in her physique. You know, you would think that a woman that's heavy set like Rebecca is, you know, because if you've seen the older pictures of her, she was thin at one point in her life, but people change as they get older. Their metabolism slows down and things happen. You would think that her stressing off her son missing, her stressing off facing and fighting a murder charge, her stressing off of being incarcerated, just a lot of stress factors there, right? That she would start to lose weight. But I was told by this chick that she's actually gaining weight, and it looks like she has a baby bump. So the rumor that I heard prior to me doing this video could be true. Rebecca may be pregnant. And so I had a prima that was pregnant when she got locked up. They raided her house. They were looking for her old man. They found all kinds of heroin. Boom. They snatched her up. She ain't saying nothing. She was down for her old man. Even though she was pregnant, she was about 4 months pregnant. She was already showing a little bit, right? So there was no denying she was pregnant. So of course she goes through the system, man. Fast track, 90-day speedy trial type shit. She ends up catching 3 years. So she was on her way to Chowchilla, no doubt. But because her family, her mother was concerned, you know, everyone knew that her and her old man were in the mix, but it's like, hey, you can't tell anyone about their household, you know. They had other children. So immediately my tia, the mother, right, of my prima, took the kids. Her other kids, she had 3 other kids. So she was having her 4th, right? And what happens, they took her to a hospital when she was 9 months. She gave birth to the baby, and immediately my tia took over for the baby too, right? So she had all 4 of the kids. And then my prima did her time, got out, and you know, she got her kids back. Her mom had them, just forwarded them. She did good. Right now, she's never been locked back up. Left that dude. Actually, you know, he got locked up. He ended up getting caught because he wasn't there when they raided, and then boom, he gets caught. He ended up getting like 10, 15 in the feds. He was gone, right? I say that to say this. Does Rebecca have that though? Rebecca does not have family, it seems like, that wants to do that. Like I said, we can't trust the grandmother. She knew everything that was going on. And if she didn't, like I said, she's too stupid to figure it out. And again, Jake Haro's family, you have the good primo and prima that are taking care of the other babies. But man, his sister doesn't seem like she's adequately, is that how you say it? She's adequately equipped to do that. And I don't know if any of his other family members would step up and take a newborn baby. That's kind of a hard thing to do. But, you know, blood is blood. One thing about me, I'll never leave my nieces, nephews, family members, cousins, anyone out there for the system. I'm going to protect them from the system as much as possible, right? If they get caught up in the system and it's out of my hands, there's nothing I can do. But if I can, then I'll step up. Okay, I'll do that for sure. That's a fact. I don't know, man. Rebecca may be pregnant. Did she know she was pregnant or did she just find out? Is the question, right? Did she get pregnant because she was missing baby Manuel? Or was it just a thing where, you know, look, I know a woman. Let me explain to you guys something. And this is kind of going to sum up the type of fucking bitch Rebecca is. Pardon my French, but today, oh, wow, right? I'm getting French with it. I'll eat French fries. I'll get French braids. I'll do French twists. We'll eat French toast sticks. Pardon my French, right? But we're getting Frenchy. I knew a chick. California system, right? Welfare system, Section 8, fucking HUD housing, food stampillas, WIC, you know what I'm saying? 7, 8 gallons of milk, a whole bunch of peanut butter and the applesauce and shit. Like, hey, just government issue out the game. I wasn't mad at her. We used to go to her house, kick back all the time. She had a gang of kids. She had like 6, 7 kids, right? And I told her one time, I just, you know, we're just chopping it up. I'm like, she's my homegirl. I'm like, hey, girl was fucking, why do you have so many kids? Hey, and all the dads are locked up. They're all different dads. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? Well, she had game. This is what she used to do. This is how scam. This is when I said, man, our friendship is done, man. I can't really fuck with you no more. In California, they have a program where when you can only get fucking AFDC welfare for a certain amount of time, I think it's 2 or 3 years. And then they put you through this process, this class, right? They put you through this class and they help you like build resumes, look for jobs. And you got to get out there and get some, because if you don't, they're going to cut you off welfare. You know, you have a certain amount of time. It's not like it used to be back in the 80s where it was forever till the child was 18. It's not like that no more. Right now, they'll cut your ass off. So what does she do? Every time around class time or cutoff time, she get pregnant again. It started all over. She'll get welfare for that one. She'll lose welfare for that one, but it's just like, you know, she wasn't missing a beat. But there was another amount to feed. She'll get more food stamps. She'll get more Medi-Cal. She was working the system, right? And the baby daddies just das, and this they would do the over and under, and then they'd be gone. This is the type of chick Rebecca reminds me of. A chick that has children, has unprotected sex with these men, these diabolical monsters, you know, and I'm talking about Jake here, because we already know, man, once he was convicted of hurting Promise, of doing what he did, and it was way beyond hurting, it was almost killing. He damn near killed her. You know, she's brain dead, unfortunately, pretty much, right? 2%, 3% capacity of brain function is not alive. She'll never experience what we experience. Never, you know. I'm happy that she's breathing, but at the same time, imagine her life and the life of her real parents, the ones that are raising her. So unfortunate, man. Promise doesn't get enough focus. She needs more focus. We talk about baby Manuel, and of course, my heart is with him right now, right? But my heart is also with Promise. So we're going to keep that going too. But, you know, Rebecca's having kids with the guy that did that. What the fuck is wrong with her? I know his dick game ain't bomb. I know he ain't put it down like the gun could put it down, right? I know this ain't happening. What is it about this man where she will allow herself to get beat up, impregnated, her children beat in front of her, killed, cut up, and thrown in the trash? This bitch gotta go. Keep her dumb ass there forever and send her child not with any of her family or his family, but away. Send her child where she never has any access to her child ever. And I know people are like, damn, you're cold-hearted, gun. Do you want a woman like that with children? No, they need it. As soon as that baby's ready, cut her shit and snatch that baby up out of there as quick as possible. Get that baby away from that monster. That is going to be the difference between life and death with that baby. That woman is cold. That woman is calculated. That woman is merciless. And meanwhile, she's all hooked and sprung on Jakey the Snakey, and he's over there with his fucking primos trying to get the fuck out of jail and leave her ass in the dust. Straight up. She's so stupid, right? Look, man, the two things I hate in this world are stupid and lazy people, and not necessarily in that order. But stupid is as stupid does, and that right there is stupidity. I shouldn't use the word stupid, man, because who am I? Sometimes I have a stupid moment, right? But I ain't stupid doodle dumb like fucking Rebecca and Jake Haro. We're talking about people who hurt children. These are truly monsters, and they do not need to be impregnated. She shouldn't get the satisfaction of going through her terms of pregnancy, a 9-month pregnancy, when there's real women out there that wish they could go through that, man. Why does God bless these women like this with children? Because children are truly a blessing. I don't know, man. Those are questions that we have to ask ourselves. But here's one that shouldn't be questioned. Get that baby away from that bitch. So we'll leave it like this. Is she pregnant? According to the black chick that I talked to last night. And why do you emphasize black chick? Because that's what she was, and that's what she wanted to be referred to. She said, make sure that you say black. I said, all right, I see you, right? She said, that bitch is pregnant. That's just what she said. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people, man. If you haven't tapped into my memberships, help support the channel by tapping into the memberships. Go support my boy, the Dub-Ass channel. Thank you for being supportive. We're going to rock this motherfucking boat like an Aaliyah song. We ain't done. Justice for baby Emmanuel. That's what matters the most. And promise.